Hi guys, I am doing a tag called Deck Crush, and it's decks we have a thing for. This tag is from Marlena Teresa, Lisa Pepez, and Danny Mystic. And they did it for a fun Valentine inspired tarot tag. So yeah, so I'm Donna with Northstar Tarot. Welcome. And yeah, so I'm going to go through all the prompts and I'll be pulling a deck for each one. And they're all tarot decks that I'm going to use for this particular video. And yeah, so we will get right into it. So the first prompt is called the Fling, a deck with which you had a short period of wild times. So for that deck, I just have to uncover it here. For that deck, I picked the Enchanted Soul, Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. So yeah, it's a big box. It's a big deck. But yes, this one, you know, I haven't had it that long, but I don't see me using it very often. It's, I don't know, the cardstock is a little flimsy. I just find, I don't know, it's already bowing. It's a really nice deck, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a little wild in itself, you know, but I just don't see me using it regularly. I will pull it out for some stuff, but yeah, I just don't see me using it regularly. It's a beautiful deck. You know, I really like it. I love the keywords. Maybe I need to trim it. You know, maybe that way it will be, it'll be better. I just find it's really, you know, it's really good for some of my clients. It's excellent for some of them. They really like it. You know, it's so pretty, right? And it just is a little whimsical. So, you know, that's where the fun comes in with that. And, you know, yeah, it is a beautiful deck. And it does have that whimsical kind of, you know, ability to take you different places and stuff like that. You know, so it does have that kind of edge on it, okay? So I really, really like it. But again, I do not reach for it that much. And yeah, and I just think it's just, you know, it's, yeah, I just don't use it that much. So I you know, I'm not even sure why exactly. You know, it's a bigger deck, it's, you know, but clients really like it. So yeah, so I do like it. It is a bit whimsical. It is beautiful. And yeah, so I think it suits this just perfect. But again, I am not inspired to use it all the time. So yeah, so that's just one that I use for a short period of time. I will use again, but probably not that often. Okay, so the second prompt is Puppy Love, a deck with which you were infatuated, but couldn't make a long-term commitment to. This one is the Everyday Witch Tarot mini deck. Now, I am absolutely infatuated with this deck. It is the cutest, absolutely cutest little deck ever. Look at how darling this is. It is absolutely so cute. I absolutely love it. And I can say I've been infatuated with it. It is just, it's darling. It doesn't, yeah, I don't know. It's just perfect, right? Oh. So yeah, it's just the perfect little deck. But again, you know, it's hard for me to see. it's just so small, it's not really practical for me. You know, I do love it, but like I said, it's really not practical for me. I need something I can see better. I can't see the detail. I know the deck quite well because I have the bigger version. But yeah, it's just, it's a little impractical for me. So I don't use it very much. So that's why I can't make a long-term commitment to it. It's just too tiny. But it is absolutely adorable, and I am infatuated with it. So that is the Everyday Witch Tarot, the mini version. The next prompt is Friends with Benefits, a deck I care about, but sometimes get extremely passionate for. So I didn't, you know, I had, you know, I didn't know what to choose here. I had so many options that I could have chose. So the one I went with was the Mermaid Tarot. This deck is so beautiful. I really like it. I care about this deck. I think it's wonderful. And yeah, it's just something that you can, it just touches all my feels, you know, like, you know, it touches all my emotions. The illustrations are beautiful. It just says so much. And I just love it. Like, look at that Page of Pentacles. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know, and I don't know. I just feel this is probably, you know, a deck that is, I think I'll keep it around for a very long time. And yeah, and I think I could use it for people who are looking for love readings, for, you know, readings to see where they're going with their passion, if they have a new, you know, a new endeavor that they're going on. I think this would work really well for them. It's just so full of life. I just feel this deck is just wonderfully full of life and vigor and hope and all those things. And to me, that's what, you know, Friends with Benefits are, right? They give you that time out where you don't have to think about anything. You can focus on yourself without having to worry about them too much. So yeah, so it's just a lovely sharing of what the deck is and what it represents, right? So it's just beauty in a deck, that's for sure. So there is my Friends with Benefits. I just think it's lovely. So that's the Mermaid Tarot. Then the next one is Love at First Sight. So a deck that I loved from the start. Well, I think if you guys have followed me at all, you would know that, you know, it has to be the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. To me, I loved this deck before I even opened the box. You know, I fell in love with the Queen of Wands, and I should show you the Queen of Wands. Well, we'll see if we get to it. But I fell in love with the Queen of Wands before I even opened the deck. And then as I went through the deck, it was just like, yeah, it was just perfect. You know, everything was perfect about it. So yes, so I love this deck. I love the illustrations. I love the feeling. I love how intuitive, you know, you can read it. It's just a fabulous deck. It's done with great care too, you know. The book is fabulous with it. So yeah, it's a deck that has really, really been in my favorites for a long time and probably will remain there. I mean, it might not be always my all-time favorite, you know, but it's definitely going to be very important to me moving on. You know, I don't think that'll ever change. I mean, you never know, but I just don't think so. I just love this deck. Now, I can't find that Queen of Wands I wanted to show you, of course, right? Let's see if I can find it. There she is. So, yeah, so this was the card I fell in love with before I even bought the deck, as soon as I seen it. So, yeah. So, to me, you know, this was love at first sight, right? As soon as I saw that picture, I was drawn to this deck, and I haven't been disappointed since I opened it. So, yeah. So, that is Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Now, the next one is a one-night stand. A deck that I tried out but moved on from almost immediately. And sometimes I still think about it. Okay. So I'm going to say, you know, I really, really like this deck. I do really, really like this deck. This deck is Heaven on Earth. And I do love this deck. It is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's has everything that I want in a deck. But the writing on this deck is so fine, and I can't really read it without really concentrating, pulling it up to me and looking very close at it. I can't read it just by it sitting in a spread. And even though I know what the cards mean, that irritates me that I can't read it. So that's why it is in the category of a one-night stand. I don't use it very often because of that reason. It is the most beautiful deck. Like, look at that sun. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know, this deck has everything. It has astrological signs. It has energetic, you know, the element signs. It's just gorgeous. But it's so hard to see. And it's very distracting when you can't see what the words are saying and you put a spread down. I don't know, it just distracts me. Like, I don't need the keyword for the Three of Swords, and it says sorrow. But I have to really look and see what that says. And it's scripted, and it's very fine, and it's really, really hard to see. I hope they do another release of this and they fix that issue. I'm not the only one that I've heard that from. So, yeah, so I do know that a lot of people in the tarot community have the same thoughts with this deck. But it is absolutely gorgeous. So there you go, my dear. And this is Heaven and Earth Tarot. Okay, so the next prompt is We Were on a Break. A deck you separated from for any reason. We were on a break. Okay. Where is that deck? I had a deck out here, and it seems to be gone. Okay, so it is the Book of Shadows, As Below, or So Below, not As Below, So Below. Not the volume 1, As Above, but the volume 2, So Below. See, it says So Below, has the green borders. This one, I've kind of separated from. You know, it's hard for me to even tell you why. It's a lovely deck. It's very, very nice. It's cool. You know, the illustrations are wonderful. It's, you know, it speaks volumes. It's very easy to read. It's a lovely deck. I just don't grab it, you know, for whatever reason. I just do not go to grab it. And I'm not even sure why. To me, I really think it's the borders. I don't think I like the color of the borders. I don't think that pulls me in. I think it washes out the deck for me. And it doesn't add any vibrancy. You know, it just makes the deck very washed out. So it makes the illustrations very washed out. So I think that's why. But these cards are just absolutely great. So, I mean, you would think, you know, with beautiful illustrations, with the ease of use, all that stuff, that I would be drawn to it. But I'm just not drawn to pull it out, you know. So, yeah, I just kind of forget about it almost, right? But I do. I believe it's the borders. And I think the deck is kind of too small to trim. It would end up being really, really small if I did trim it. So I don't know what to do about it. But yeah, so we're kind of on a break. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll pull it out and use it again for a while and see how I feel. But yeah, I just find it just kind of all blends in. Like if you see, you know, you've got that same green within the card, and the green board, it just washes out so many of the cards. So anyway, that's my thing with it. So yeah, so we are on a bit of a break. That is volume 2 of the Book of Shadows Tarot, and it is the So Below. Okay, so the next prompt is Marriage Material, a deck that has proven its value to you. This one has to be Tarot of Mystical Moments. This deck is extremely valuable. It ticks all the boxes, hits all the bells and whistles. It's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. And it does, you know, you can use your intuition with it easily. It gives you the extra cards, the extra kings and the emperor as a feminine, okay? So you can switch out the kings, masculine kings, and put in the feminine, as well as a feminine emperor. I don't. I still use the masculine, but you certainly can, okay? This deck is beautiful. Again, I just love this deck. Allows your intuition to soar. Has everything that anybody could want in a tarot deck, in my opinion, okay? It has beautiful illustrations. It has everything that you could want, in, like I said, in my opinion. It shuffles well. It's not too small. It's easy to see. It's colorful. It's full of life. You know, it has a lot of meaning in it. It's just perfect. So to me, this is a really, really wonderful deck. And I think I will get value out of this deck for a very, very long time. So yeah, so this one will remain on my most used kind of list. And yeah, I think I will use it often, as I do. And I don't think that's about to stop. So yeah, so this is Tarot of Mystical Moments. And then the last one is the Happily Ever After. So your true love in a deck. Well, I met my true love last year, and this is my true love. Okay, so let's just make sure these are out of the way. So this is my true love, and this is Terror of the Vampires. So to me, I absolutely think this is the best thing since sliced bread. So yeah, it is just so good. The book is so good. You know, everything about it is beautiful. Everything about it is deep. Everything about it has meaning. Everything in it has meaning. You can go so many places with each illustration. It is just, I don't know, it hits the dark side of me, the shadow side of me, but also the light side, you know? So it also hits, you know, my desires and my wants and, you know, and what I'm struggling with and what I am trying to attain, you know, and where I'm going and how I'm going to get there and, you know, different struggles that you face along the way and different things that you learn to celebrate, you know? And I just feel like, you know, this is so beautiful. This strength card illustrates just that wondrous kind of ability that we have just to absorb everything around us and just make it our own. You know, the Sun card is just fabulous. I don't know. I just find this deck amazing. And I mean, it's not everybody's taste, and I know that. And, you know, a lot of people will not agree with me, but that's okay. You know, it has to be for me, right? And this deck makes me very happy. And I think this deck will continue to make me very happy. And, yeah, I use it a lot for myself. And I only use it a little bit for clients, depending on the client, right? I don't use it a lot for clients, but I do use it for clients. So anyway, this is a wonderful deck. To me, it's my true love. And yeah, it's absolutely fabulous. Together with the book, I don't think you can go too wrong with this deck. So anyway, that is my kind of, deck crush. You know, these are my decks that I have a thing for, and I believe that they add value to my practice, and they allow me to just soar, and they allow me to do what I do. And I hope that you enjoyed this. And please let me know in the comments if any of these rung true for you, or even if you didn't like my choices, just let me know. And hopefully you'll do one, and I'd be happy to watch it as well. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye for now.